X Factor Youth. I'm part of the X Factor Youth. Put me on stage, you can find me in the book. Put me on a track like I'm stuck inside a booth. I'm that nigga, young nigga with the truth. Black body with a Jewish mindset flow. Black man with a lot of grind, I know. Inside I go, my mind's on though. I hide my mode, me blind my bro. Never ever did they realize my bro. Grown man making niggas cry, my bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, it's your boy Bliss from the X Factor Youth. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, what is the X Factor Youth? I've seen them on social media. What exactly do they do? So we are a youth development agency that's a private company where we really want to transform youth and make them high performance individuals. We're trying to get them from average to super extraordinary. I'm sure you remember in algebra and maths, there was those equations where it says solve for X. X being the value. So what we are saying as X Factor Youth is we are asking you, what is your value within society? What are all those equations that make you who you are? Are you adding value to society or are you just existing? And there's a difference because young people, the fact that we are here, there's something that we need to do in life. We need to earn our way through life. You know, when we pass away or when we meet our heavenly maker, we want to be in a position where the Lord can see that we've done work. We don't want to just exist and just take up air. The fact that we breathe, we need to earn that. And X Factor Youth is there to ensure that, you know, the young people, the X Factor Youth, are here to pursue excellence, to pursue extraordinariness, to exceed expectations that society puts upon them, to go the extra mile, to expand their influence and to extend their legacy. How we do that is through a process of programs as well as events and, you know, certain things that we organize to make sure that we mobilize the youth with the purpose of instilling excellence within them. We have a quote by Aristotle where he says, "You are what you repeatedly do, therefore excellence ought to be a habit, not an act." Now, if you break that down, when we say a habit is something that we need to constantly do. An act is just a one-time thing. So we want you to pursue excellence and make it a habitual thing where if someone gives you an opportunity, let's say in a workplace, you are going to exceed expectations. You want to be excellent at it because the next time there is an opportunity again, you've already given them that brand that no, if this person gets this opportunity, they are not going to miss. They are going to hit that target. That's what excellence does because it builds a habit. And because it has built a habit, people are able to trust you. And that is why businesses always make sure that they pursue excellence in whatever it is that they do. If you look at DHL's slogan is excellence simply delivered. What that means is that when they deliver, they make sure that logistically they're going to be pristine. They will inform you in terms of where your product is, which country it is, if it's going through clearance, so that you know. That is excellence that we want to offer as a service, but also that's excellence that we want to instill amongst young people. Now, how we do that, you ask? We have kind of like, we call it the kindergarten book, which is called The 15 Habits of X Factor Humans. This is basically a mantra. It's what our mottos are. It's what habits we instill in ourselves that makes an X Factor youth or an X Factor human. Now with this book, with the 15 habits that are in this book, we want to ensure that, you know, there's a threshold, there's a criteria. You at least need to have read this book to understand what it means to be an X-factored human. Because we are the top 1%. We are the people that want to take up necessary spaces. We are people that want to lead for the betterment of whether it's society, whether it's a country, whether it's a continent, whether it's a globe. Those are the people that we are trying to bring in. Those are the people that we are trying to mold and shape and develop. Once you have gone through the 15 habits of an X-factored human, we then have your grade 1, which is like your primary school level, which is called X Factored 101, a development program to help you design your future and worthwhile life. So in this book, we have two types of identities that one needs to consider. The first one is your derived identity, which is an identity you didn't ask for. The fact that you have a name, you have a surname, you were born in Soweto, or you were born in Houghton, or you were born in Umhlanga, that you did nothing to earn that. That is something that was given to you. So the lineage, the culture that was given to you, the language that you speak, it was given to you. Then you have your assignment identity or assigned identity, which basically asks you, with your identity that you have, what are you doing? If you are blessed with the ability to sing, what are you doing? What is your assignment identity? Is it to make sure that people feel love, people feel joy from you singing? Or are you just wasting your talent? Are you wasting your skills? Are you wasting your gifts that were given to you, that has formed your derived identity? Why we do this is, as I've mentioned, we are trying to change spaces. We are trying to make sure that once X Factor Youth comes in, the output is that they're going to be young people who are pursuing excellence and they do not accept being average in society. Because it is those who are excellent that make the difference, that get the opportunities. So we want to give you opportunities, especially in the country that we are in South Africa. We need to touch on employment and entrepreneurship. What we preach at X Factor Youth is not to be an employee, but to instead be an entrepreneur. We want you to go into a space as an entrepreneur to change society. That is why we preach every single time, every opportunity that we get, we promote entrepreneurship, because that is what has assisted myself, but assisted other people within the program in terms of having control of their life. Because the energy that you put in submitting CVs, researching, writing a letter of motivation according to whatever company, what they're looking for, all that energy could be spent building a business, building a brand, building your personal brand, building your business's brand. It's the same energy. And the truth is, there's no Messiah. There's no one that's going to give us a job that's going to ensure that we survive. In South Africa, it's not going to happen. The best option that we have right now is entrepreneurship. So the E that you're looking for is not for employee. It is for entrepreneurship. And that is the difference between us and other nonprofit organizations, is that we want you to take the challenge, take up that challenge of entrepreneurship, take up that challenge of getting into a space where you will get pushback, but it's despite the pushback that you still move forward. The whole point of, especially being a man, is there's certain pains that we need to go through. There's certain challenges that we need to go through that will shape us so that we can go and assist other people. It's kind of like what a legacy does, what a pathfinder does. A pathfinder would find a path, probably, get scratches from trying to identify that path, so that when they go back home, they get to lead people in a particular path. And that is what leadership is. If you really break down what a leader does, leader coming from the Latin word lider, which literally means path finder. That's what we are trying to create. We are trying to create leaders, not followers, entrepreneurs, not employees. We are trying to create those people that want to take up challenges, that are not afraid of getting burned, getting tackled, getting scars, because they know and believe that when they come out of that, they are going to be, a cut above the rest. They're going to be legends. They're going to be men or women, not girls and boys. So have faith in the X Factor Youth. If you want to support us, feel free to purchase our merchandise on the X Factor Youth website, which is www.xfactoryouth.co.za. Give us, we appreciate any types of investments, because we go into spaces, some quite dingy, dodgy, not so safe spaces, because we believe that the youth that are in there need these programs the most. So I urge you, I beg, I pray that you support the X Factor Youth, because what we are doing is taking up space. We are going into places because of the strong belief that we are there to transform. We are there to instill excellence. We are there to instill the urge to exceed expectations. We are there to encourage young people in impoverished areas to go the extra mile. We also want to ensure that we prepare them for the globe. We're trying to build people who are internationalists, who are globalists, who are not just limited to the township that they're from, or perhaps even the country that they're from, but they must go out and see the world, learn different languages, but importantly, build something that is sustainable for not just themselves, but their families. So support the X Factor youth because we are all about excellence, exceptionality, extraordinariness, and exceeding expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, the name is Bliss from the X Factor.
Put some respect, man, I'm running no force. Killing my crew, got guys and got boys. Funny V class, pressing time, but we push. And niggas act like they ain't seeing the boy. Put some respect, man, I'm running no force. Killing my crew, but I'm